Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our previous year questions of Cloze test. This is part 2. In part 1, we have discussed several passages of Cloze test which were asked in SSC MTS previous year exams. In this session as well, we are going to discuss some questions similar to the questions occurred in SSC MTS exams. Now, these questions have been taken from the previous year papers of SSC MTS. Might be some questions are there which are similar to those questions. So, we have already learned the concept of Cloze test in our earlier sessions. Cloze test is generally a passage which is given to us in which some words are missing. For each blank, we will be given some alternatives. We have to select that particular option that suits the blank. So, this is the process that we do in Cloze test. Here we have passage number 6 in the starting because already till passage 5 we have already discussed in part 1. So, let's discuss this passage number 5. The passage is, I'm proud to dash to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance dash universal acceptance. Now, in the first blank or before the first blank, we can see here we have a preposition that is to. Now, we know very well that Cloze test can be based on vocabulary or on the rules of tenses or preposition or conjunction or articles or any part of a speech that we have read. So, Cloze test and the blanks of Cloze test can be filled with any of these. Now, in the first blank, we can see before this blank, we have to as the preceder or as the preposition. Now, we know very well that after to, we always use verb first form or the first form of a verb. Now, let us see the options for the first blank. The options are as follows. For the first blank, that is belong, live, behest, gain. Now, we know very well that I am proud to dash to a religion. Now, here a word is again written after this blank, that is to. It means there must be some word in this blank which can be followed by to. Now, if I use the word live, can I use live to? No, I can use live in. Behest is not suitable over here according to the meaning of the word. Now, gain, we do not gain any religion. In fact, gain to is not a correct phrase to be used. Therefore, only the single word which can be used over here is belong. So, we can write, I am proud to belong to a religion. It means I am related to that particular religion or my religion is that. So, it should be belong to in the first blank. Therefore, our answer should be A. So, this is very, very simple. In fact, with me, you also try to fill the blanks so that you can also analyze that what your answers are and are you doing them correctly or not, because some Cloze tests are there which are very, very simple and easy, and in fact I have kept them in order, easy first and then the hard one. So here the next part is to a religion which has taught. Now, which has taught the word both. Now, here we have a word both. So this gives us a hint that with both we always use and as a pair conjunction. Now let us see the words which are required over here. Both tolerance dash universal acceptance. It means we are talking about these two. One is tolerance and universal acceptance. It means the suitable word to be filled over here should be and. Now let us see if it is given in our options or not. So the options for the second blank are given as follows: and, as well as, or, also. We know very well that with both we always use and, therefore our answer will be A, which is absolutely correct. Now here you are confirmed with your answer as well. So both tolerance and universal acceptance. He declared dash September 11, 1983. Sorry, 1893. So this is September 11, 1893. Now here September 11 is a date given to us. Now let us see the options of blank 3. It is upon, in, on, at. Now we have two types of duration of time. One is short time duration and other is long time duration. Short refers to day or date and Long refers to week, month, year, decade, century, and so on. So this is what are the long time durations. Now with the short time durations we use on, and for the long time durations we use in. Here a date is given to us, so we'll write on. So the correct preposition to be used over here is C. So our answer is C. Let's say the correct preposition to be filled over here is on. So declared on September 11, 1893. We believe not only in universal toleration, dash, we accept all religions as true. Now again a hint is given to us. This word not only, we know well that this is a conjunction which is again paired with not only but also. This is paired with but also. Now in this sentence, we believe not only in universal toleration but we accept all religions as true. It means but also. Now let us see what are the options given to us. In the fourth blank, for the fourth blank, we have been given yet, though, and but. Now we know well that only but word is suitable over here. So answer is D. Now here, though it is written but, not but also, still it is complete and possible word to be filled over here. So we do not have to fill also, because the requirement of the editorial is this, but we accept all religions as true. Now this, I am proud to belong to. The same line is given in the beginning of the passage. I am proud to belong to. It means here we can confirm ourselves that this word belong is absolutely correct that we have filled in this blank. So I'm proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the dash of all religions and all nations of the earth. Now persecuted is a word. Sheltered means giving someone the roof or someone the housing, or that we are rendering them the house facility or the living facility. That's it. Or a roof facility, as we call that, we need roof. So that roof facility. It means people who are sent out of the group, and the dash of all religions and nations of the earth. It means there are some people who are sent out or who are let go from a particular group, from a particular nation, from a particular religion, etc. So let us see the options now. The options are as follows. That is toilers, refugees, workers, peons. Now we need some word over here that is a synonym for persecuted, or that is somewhere related to the word persecuted. Toilers means hard workers. So hard workers does not make sense there. Refugees are the person which are not included in the group. So refugees can be the correct answer. Now workers is again not suitable. Peons is of no use over there. So our answer is B. Now the complete passage will be like, let us read the entire passage again to see the correct meaning of the passage. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. He declared on September 11, 1893, we believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. So this is the entire passage. And you will be glad to know that this is one of the passages of Honorable Shri Swami Vivekananda ji. So this is the passage taken from that speech. Now let us move to the next passage. I hope all your answers are correct as well. So this is the passage number 7. The study published today in a magazine finds that kids dash played only individual sports like tennis or gymnastics tended to dash more mental health difficulties. Now here the first blank is, the study published today in a magazine finds that the kids dash played. Now played is the verb third form. Now let us see what are the options for the first given. Who's that, which, who. Now we know very well that kids are a living persons. Here no position has been shown. So here the correct word to be used is who, because kids are the living beings and for the living beings we use who. So our answer is D. Now let us read this word along with the passage. The study published today in a magazine finds that kids who played only individual sports like tennis or gymnastics tended to dash more mental health difficulties. Now let us see what is given for the second blank. Breathe, claim, absorb, face. So obviously, if it is given gymnastics tended to breathe more mental, no, we do not breathe mental health difficulties. In fact, someone can face. So our answer, the suitable option to be filled over here is face, that is D. So the correct word to be filled over here is face. So face more mental health difficulties. As a researcher, Hoffman has long been interested in how sports dash the psychological health of young people. Now, in how sports dash the psychological health. Now, let us see what are the options given for the third blank. It is given thrash, impact, torment, request. Now, we know very well that if it is given how sports, they will not request the psychological, obviously. So the correct word can be impact or influence. So our answer, the correct word to be filled over here, which is suitable according to the sense of the sentence, is impact. Impact means influence. Now thrash is not a suitable word over here. Torment is again not suitable. So as a researcher, Hoffman has long been interested in how sports impact the psychological health of young people, partly because studies have dash both positive and negative. Now have here studies have. Now after have, either have is a main verb, or after have we can have third form of verb. Now let us see what are the options given for fourth blank. Founded, founds, find, found. Obviously after have we need third form of main verb. Now if I write founded means to establish, so founded word is not suitable according to the sense of the sentence. Founds, no, we cannot use founds. In fact, this is a singular form of found, which is again mean establish. Find is again a first form of a verb which we cannot use after have. Therefore the correct and the suitable option to be filled is D. So our answer is D, that is found. So for find, the third form is found, and after it we need only third form. So have found both positive and negative associations between mental health and sports dash in children and adolescents. Now sports, after this establishment, remuneration refers to salary. Participation, now one who participates in something, in games, in sports, in contests. Celebration is celebration of a party, to enjoy the party, that is celebration. So the correct suitable word to be filled over here is C, that is participation. So our answer is C, that is participation. Now let us read the entire passage again along with the words that we have filled in the blanks to see whether our passage is correct according to the meaning or not. The study published today in a magazine finds that kids who played only individual sports like tennis or gymnastics tended to face more mental health difficulties. As a researcher, Hoffman has long been interested in how sports impact the psychological health of young people, partly because studies have found both positive and negative associations between mental health and sports participation in the children and adolescents. So this is the entire passage. I hope your answers are correct as well. Now let us move to the next one. In 700 BCE, Greek poet Hesiod dash Theogony and work and days. So, Greek poet, he must have worked on these two projects, that is work and days. These are two novels, and Theogony. Now let us see the options for the first blank. It is had written, people write, will write, wrote, writes. Now, here same verb is given, but The tenses are different. This is past perfect tense, this is future indefinite tense, this is past indefinite tense, and this is present indefinite tense. Now let us see the requirement of the sentence. In 700 BCE, it means we are talking about some time of past. So this is historical time, this is past time, and we know very well that whenever there is something historical event, or when we know that the time of action is in past and we know well the time of action, we always write our sentences in past indefinite tense. In this sentence, we have already given 700 BCE. This is the time of past and this is history. Therefore, only past indefinite should come in this blank. Therefore, wrote is absolutely correct option to be used over here. So our answer is C. Now, let us read this word in the sentence. In 700 BCE, great poet Hesiod wrote Theogony and Work and Days. In these mythologies, Atlas was a titan dash enormous. Now, enormous refers to large. Now, titan dash enormous strength. So, let us see the options. From, in, of, at. So, it is written titan dash enormous strength. So, something is related to something. So, it should be titan of enormous strength. This will be the correct answer. So, here the correct option is of. So, our answer will be C, that is of. So, of is suitable word over here to fill in that particular blank. Now let us see the third blank. He along with other titans dashed the gods of Mount Olympus. Now let us see the options for the third blank. So he along with other titans, what does he do? Collaborated, claimed, challenged, corroborated. Now collaborated means agreement, that some work when we do together, or when 2 or 3 people work together in combination, that is collaborated. Claimed, when someone claims, it means someone is making its possession over something or claiming its possession over something. Challenged, to invite to fight. And corroborated means to support a statement. So according to the sense of the sentence, let us see, because Atlas was a titan of enormous strength, it means he was very powerful. He along with other titans dashed the gods of Mount Olympus. So obviously he must have challenged the gods of mountain. So here challenge is the suitable word to be filled in this blank. So let us see the options again. Option number C, that is challenged, is correct answer. So our answer is C according to the sense of the sentence. Now let us move to the another blank. While the other titans were banished to Tartarus after being defeated by the god Zeus. Now defeated, it means some war has been happened between them or among them, or there was some fight among them by the god Zeus as retribution. Atlas dash was forced to carry the earth and the sky for an eternity. Now Atlas dash was. So let us see the options for the fourth blank. However, despite, in fact, unlike. Unlike refers to when two things are not same. In fact refers to the fact, which is the thing which we are talking about or over something which is not correct. So we are presenting the fact which is more elaborative. Despite refers to notwithstanding or irrelevant of something or in respect of something. So however is suitable word over here. However refers to the contrast. It shows the contrast. So here, because all the other titans were banished, only the Atlas, however, was forced. So he was forced to carry the earth and the sky for an eternity. In depiction of Atlas, obviously carved by human based on myths, he is shown as a stooped figure carrying the dash on his shoulders. A stooped figure like a statue has been shown. So carrying the dash on his shoulders. Now what did he carry? We can see in this sentence as well. Because of his association with the globe, maps began to be decorated with this image of Atlas. Now there is some Atlas. Now what is there? Universe, globe, seas, heavens. Here also again a globe with images talked about. It means his association with globe. It means his image was with the globe. Therefore, according to the explanation given in the passage, the correct word to be filled over here is B, that is globe. So our answer is B. Now let us see all these words along with the passage to see whether our answers are correct or not sense wise. In 700 BCE, Greek poet Hesiod wrote Theogony and Work and Days. In these mythologies, Atlas was a titan of enormous strength. He, along with other titans, challenged the gods of Mount Olympus, while the other titans were banished to Tartarus after being defeated by the god Zeus as retribution. Atlas, however, was forced to carry the earth and the sky for an eternity. In depiction of Atlas, obviously carved by human based on myths, he is shown as a stooped figure carrying the globe on his shoulders. Because of his association with the globe, maps began to be decorated with image of Atlas. So, this was the story of Atlas that we read nowadays to see the maps. Now let us move to the next one. The next passage. Now the next passage is passage number 5. This is very small passage. Now let us read this with the blanks and options one by one. Dinner in the great hall that night dash a pleasant experience for Sunny. Now let us see the options first. Were not, was neither, was not, is not. Because here we have been talked about that night. It means this is the time of past. And if it is the time of past, we cannot use is. So D option is eliminated. Dinner in the great hall. Now the subject is singular. Therefore, we cannot write were not. Was neither cannot be the option. Correct will be was not. So our answer is C. This is very, very simple. This is according the rule of verb and tenses. So the correct word to be filled over here was not. So dinner in the great hall that night was not a pleasant experience for Sunny. The dash about his shouting match with umbrage. Now let us see the options first. Information, sequence, amount, news. Account and news. Here the suitable word is D, that is news. So our answer is D, that is news. Now let us see this word with the passage. So the news about his shouting match with umbrage had dash exceptionally fast even. So because this is sound and or the noise. So let us see which word can be there in the blank. So for the third blank, we have been given the options traveled, drove, migrated, moved. Now obviously shouting refers to the sound or the noise. So sound traveled. So we use the verb travel for sound. So our answer should be A. Now let us see the options again, or the option with the passage. So it should be traveled. Now the options, the passage will be, the sentence will be, the news about his shouting matched with umbrage had traveled exceptionally fast, even dash in standards. Now let us see what are the options for fourth blank. By the institutes, as the institutes, of the institutes, or at the institute. So it is given standards. So standards, there must be something which shows the position. So it is written by the institute, as the institute. So it should be by the institute because it has traveled all over the institute. So by the institutes. So the correct answer will be A. So our answer is A, that is by the institute. Now let us read this option along with the passage. So it should be by the institutes. He heard whispers all dash as he sat eating between Rob and Ravi. It means all around. Now let us see the options: revolving him, surrounding him, rotating him, or around him. Obviously, all around him. So the suitable option to be filled over here is answer D. Now this is the one passage which you can do only by reading the options along with the passage. So many passages are there which are taken from some part of a magazine, some part of a story, some part of a newspaper, by which you can locate the answers, or by which you can answer those passages if you have habit to read. If you have habit to read. So in this passage, let us read this passage again. Dinner in the great hall that night was not a pleasant experience for Sunny. The news about his shouting match with Umbridge had travelled exceptionally fast even by the Institute's standards. He heard whispers all around as he sat eating between Rob and Ravi. So this will be the entire passage. I hope your answers are also correct. Now let us read the next passage. This is passage number 10 now. So this was passage number 9. This is passage number 10, the last passage of this session. Dash people think that we can learn a lot about culture of a foreign country. So dash people. Now let us see what type of people are there. So options for the first blank are many, few, every, each. Now every and each are always used with singular noun. Few can be used with plural noun, but few means negligible. So this cannot be the option. The correct word is many, because many is used with plural noun, of course, and many refers to a number of or a lot number of. So in the first blank, it should be many. This is again very simple. Many people think that we can learn about the culture of a foreign country dash by living in that country. Now let us see the options. It is precisely, directly, formally, simply. So this is simply. The suitable word to be filled over here is simply. So our answer is D. There is simply. Briefly. Now one do not live briefly in some country. Directly, there is not a passage to live there. So directly is an incorrect word over here. Formally, again, does not suit the sense of the passage. So many people think that we can learn a lot about the culture of a foreign country simply by living in that country. So this is about the thought or thinking of the people. However, this is not necessarily true. Often, the longer we stay in a dash country, the more we realize how little we actually know about the culture of that country. So obviously, we are talking about a foreign country over here. So now let us see the options of the third blank. Benign, foreign, sovereign, reign. Obviously, it is a foreign country. Reign means rule. So foreign is the suitable word to be filled over here. So our answer is B. The correct word is foreign. Now let us read this word along with the sentence. Often, the longer we stay in a foreign country, the more we realize how little we actually know about the culture of that country. Books and talks about other people's dash can even be dangerous because they concentrate on cultural differences. Now, people's what? Let us see the options for the fourth blank. Conjecture, caricature, stature, or culture. Obviously, here we are talking about the culture. So, our answer is D. There is culture. Other words does not suit according to the sense of the sentence, because conjecture meaning to guess about something which is not true, but we are just guessing it without any evidence, without any proof. Caricature refers to the funnier presentation of a person. Stature refers to the tall height, or when a person is high in his opinion or position. So here the correct and suitable word is D, that is culture. So let us read this word along with the passage. Books and talks about other people's culture can even be dangerous because concentrate on cultural differences and dash national character, and sometimes a lot of information they contain is untrue. Now let us see the options for the fifth blank. Considerate, exaggerate, proliferate, or concentrate. So obviously the correct and suitable word over here is exaggerate. So our answer is B. B is the correct answer. Words are differences and exaggerate national character, and sometimes a lot of information they contain is untrue. So exaggerated means when something is talked about excessively, which is not as much as we have shown. So the correct word is exaggerate. Therefore, these are the words that are suitable to be filled in this passage. Let us read the passage again. Many people think that we can learn a lot about the culture of a foreign country simply by living in that country. However, this is not necessarily true. Often, the longer we stay in a foreign country, the more we realize how little we actually know about the culture of that country. Books and talks about other people's culture can even be dangerous because they concentrate on cultural differences and exaggerate national character, and sometimes a lot of information they contain is untrue. So this will be the entire passage. I hope all your answers are correct. Passages are always taken from the editorials or from some magazine or from some historical parts. So you must read as much as you can to practice clause test and other grammatical reading comprehension parts. Thank you very much.